You're listening to the New Old Heads podcast, shot live every Tuesday at twitch.tv/newoldheads and released every Thursday at noon via bringingdowntheband.com. The show is brought to you by Coleman Dental, Printfinity, Indie CD and Vinyl. Support the show directly by becoming a member at patreon.com/newoldheads.
You're now tuned in to the New Old Heads podcast. I am Major 7. Crew is in the building. My man Jay Moore. How are you, sir?
Doing well. You know, it's a big week here.
Yeah.
In the city, you know, race week. Indianapolis 500. So a lot of stuff going on. Just trying to maintain and keep things moving. You know the vibes.
I know the vibes. My man Lonegevity. Hey, buddy.
Howdy.
How you doing, man?
Doing all right.
Yeah.
It's also Pacer vibes. Because
Definitely big Pacer vibes.
I'll be playing at home on Saturday and Monday. So
great time to be here. It's my man DJ Jay Diff. What's happening, man?
Salutations, my friend.
How's everything?
Everything's good, man. Everything's good.
First of all, this hip hop cookie conversation.
This is really a hip hop cookie, though.
From the way they're trying to sell this, it is being presented as a cookie that's based off hip hop culture, to my knowledge.
Yep.
And this one. I saw a couple of our homies actually get involved with this. We can talk about that a little bit later on, but the video that we're about to do a breakdown for, I barely can make it through the video.
So the Fox video, they have actually removed the video.
Oh, they did?
Yeah,
They removed it, but they
removed
it. Yeah.
Did you find it? We're ready?
Mm-hmm. I'm ready. Let's go.
Cookies. Where is Sherman? Yes, I get it. He's live. He's downtown at a new cookie shop with a hip-hop vibe.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? So these cookies got a little,
Oh my
got a little
God.
walk to it, got a little thick to it. It's all about this 90s vibe. This place is called Cookie Plug. We're on Mass Ave downtown. It opens today. There's a soft opening today. What's up?
What's up?
This is dope. This is dope.
Sherman, you are the worst.
Doreen West here is the.
What does that even mean? What is Doreen?
We'll see him in a
I don't
second,
know.
but What's up? Tell us about Cookie Plug.
Oh, let's throw the peace
there's
sign up in the back.
Rap music going on.
Oh, yeah.
There's a
The
90s
vibe, the
So
vibe.
tell us what's up with this whole thing.
The vibe is what I fell in love to. You walk in, you get hip hop music. I'm 90s kid, as you can tell.
Is she?
Did y'all go to school with this lady?
No, you were
Man,
alive
look
in the
at-
90s.
yeah, you
but
were-
90s kid.
Were you in college in the 90s, ma'am?
She probably was already a parent.
Hey, Terry, she had a picket fence and 2 kids talking about I'm a
Yeah,
90s
man.
baby.
That's like
90s
if somebody
baby.
I'd be like, yo, I'm an 80s baby. No, I was born in the 70s. I know.
No, this is a little different. No,
No.
that's adjacent at least.
I like it, Jason. I like that.
This is.
But if I
like,
said, you know, I did a lot during the 90s. That was my era, but I'm not a 90s baby. Yeah.
I'm an 80s baby.
I was born in
grew up in
83,
80s.
so
yeah,
We grew up in the 80s.
Well, I was born in '79, but I'm still considered an 80s,
80s baby.
'cause
yeah.
Yeah, you might remember. Yeah.
You grew up in the 80s.
I don't remember nothing from '79.
Okay. All right. I can see that.
Yeah,
But,
you 80s baby, bro.
Yeah.
All right, so maybe
All right, Doreen.
maybe she was born in 89.
And she's looking real 63. She was born in 1963.
Yeah,
All right, well, all right.
She spent too much
She
time.
owned property. She owned property in the 90s. I don't know what she's talking about.
Well, let's give her the benefit of that. Maybe
right.
she was born in 68. Let's give her that.
That's not really giving her the benefit of the doubt.
Maybe 70.
You only chopped like 5 years off,
Okay,
bro.
well, let's give her 70. She's definitely not a 90s
Maybe, yeah,
baby.
because she looked like she'd be about my age.
Nah, she looks a little older.
Maybe.
She might have 77.
You think?
I don't know. Go ahead, man.
I'm gonna be generous and give her 1970.
All right. Well,
Okay.
Wonderful.
She
So,
said generous with
fell in love with
1970.
that super fast, like gnarly, right? You get that.
What does gnarly have to do with
What
hip
does gnarly
hop?
do with hip hop? This is how you know it's already gone wrong.
And this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
This is like Pauly Shore. Like,
Did y'all the corny man, like, you see the dude in the back was like this?
no, I didn't see that.
This is already like a bad Saturday Night Live skit.
yeah.
Bruh.
Like they're like, oh, we didn't have enough time to broadcast this. So they put it on.
Then throw in the cookie. Thickest, fattest cookies, 4 inches wide, 1 inch thick. I was
Hey, pause that real quick, Long. These mugs look like, am I tripping or do they look like biscuits, like Popeyes have, or
They look like
KFC or something like that. Am I tripping?
They look like UK. What the UK would call biscuits.
A biscuit, yeah.
Don't those look like biscuits, man?
Biscuit.
No, they look like they put sprinkles on a Popeyes biscuit.
Yeah.
Bro, you can put some gravy on them. Real talk.
Call
Now, I
it
ain't gonna go down that road. I'm not gonna do
They
that.
should have called them pucks. That's not a cookie.
Well, apparently they're bigger than pucks.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they actually mentioned that in one of the videos.
That's crazy, man. They should have went with a hockey theme, and we wouldn't have no problem with these cookies.
This is not a cookie, bro.
yeah.
We were sold. So that was in California. It's just the
Yeah,
whole
West Coast.
West Coast
West
vibe.
Oh,
This gets worse and worse as it goes
West
along.
Coast.
I didn't
What
see
is it about? What is it about the extra enunciations and stuff? Like
she's trying to sell it, bro.
Listen, I've had these experiences with people that I've worked with, though. So I had a boss that he would talk to everybody normal.
Yeah.
And when I entered the room, what's up, T-Dog?
I think
I had to be like, dude.
Talk to me like a
talk-
man.
I had to be like,
Talk to me
man,
like
talk to me the same way you talk to everybody else. This ain't that.
I've actually, it's funny you say that because I've experienced that at least once or twice where there's a definite shift when, especially if you get, like, if you bite, it's just y'all two. Oh, it's really bad. What's up, brother?
What's up, T-Dog?
What's going on?
What's going on?
It reminds me of that Chappelle skit where, like, you know, when keeping it real goes wrong, and the guy was like, "High five!" in the board meeting, he was like, "Get your hand out my face."
I'm like, you just asked me what's going on, brother. Hope all is well, and then you go right back into the meeting and you guys are doing a great job. What?
Yeah,
you don't gotta change your vernacular to speak to me, dude.
Yeah.
Because I honestly don't even. I respect you less.
Yes. My name is not
You know what I'm saying?
T-Dog.
Nah, come on.
Nobody calls.
Nobody calls him
Nobody
T-Dog.
calls
I've
nobody.
never heard, as long as I've known
You just
Terry,
made
nobody
that up on the
calls him
spot,
T-Dog.
and that's the best you could do.
Yeah.
No, man.
These is real stories.
Yeah.
I don't believe you get your
I
ass
think-
kicked for
Yeah.
call me S dog.
Straight up, man.
And the thing is, kind of, you know, we have the same when people walk in, the coaches, and then you can tell they're here with a convention or something.
Yeah.
And they hear, and they try to do it.
Yeah,
When
that
they walk
little-
in, I was like, if you don't
Or
stop
they always
that.
want to come up to the DJ booth and can I take a picture? And they always do this.
Yeah.
Like if you don't get your punk ass on some damn where.
Get back with your group.
Yeah, get back over there with the rest of the.
Or they
soft-
always want you to play nothing but a G thing.
or regulate.
Yeah.
I would say there are certain songs you can play for. If you see it's early and there's a bunch of white people there, play that. Play the next episode. Play anything off Dr. Dre 2001.
Yeah.
These all have a 90s kind of vibe.
They have some
theme,
fun names.
Some fun names.
They have some fun
All right, we're going to
names.
get
Like just the way that she's saying it, you can tell
Bruh.
that she's performing it.
Yeah.
This is 100% a performance.
Which is goofy, man.
Yeah.
So let's see. For example, they come in different sizes, right?
Sacks.
Stacks. So
Sacks.
sacks. This
Sacks.
is the
This
That's
first
a
one
bump
though.
sack.
bump sack.
Half sack.
Half
A bump sack though. Listen. A bump sack?
Talk to him, Terry.
Do you know what a bump sack is?
Now explain it to me because I'm not hip hop enough.
I guess not. It has nothing to do with hip hop.
Oh.
A bump sack is literally a sack of like Coke, and you put a bump on the table and you snort it.
Huh.
So we're using drug references to sell people cookies.
Biscuits.
Yeah, but,
I mean,
but saying it's hip hop.
Yeah, it's hip hop though.
Technically, it is kind of crack, but
No,
in a different type of way.
crack is not called a bump. Crack
Yeah,
is crack.
is a, you know, you go to the key bumps, you do the.
I am talking about sugar. is what I'm talking about.
Okay, let me stop. Let me stop.
Man, this is
I mean,
cringe.
I'm outside, but I don't
Very
need that.
cringe, bro.
A bump sack,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, that's the small
On
one.
live TV.
That's the small one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what makes it crazy. Is like if you down here talking to these people about cookies and they're getting just drug paraphernalia. All right.
Can I have a bump sack, please?
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
All the kids are talking about him.
Let's get the fat sack.
Oh, the fat sack on the house.
Shut the up, sir. I
Hold
hate
on,
this
real
dude.
quick. Hold on, bro. This dude is a cornball, man. Fat sack in the house, bro. Is this a skit?
Man, this is buffoonery at its best.
I knew something was up with him as soon as he came on. He was like,
Yeah.
Maybe he was just
nah,
playing into it or something.
no,
you know?
he's. This is extremely corny.
Maybe he's a
C dog, S dog. This is very corny. This is very corny.
All right. Yeah.
Sack, which is 20.
20 cookies.
All right, let's go.
I mean,
down.
fat.
Cookies.
Why should they say cookies?
20 cookies.
What accent is he? Is he
Count Dracula.
A whack ass Boston accent.
20 cookies. Yeah.
20
Stupid.
cookies.
Fatties. We call them fatties.
Oh, they're not cookies.
They're fatties.
What's up with the fatties? Okay,
fatties.
we're gonna start down here. Yeah, let's go through some of the fatties in the house because they all. That's the OG, which is what?
OG. Original gangsta. Oh, chocolate chip.
Yeah, OG. I got you.
OG.
This
Nutty
Cornball.
the Nutty OG, which is
chocolate chip with walnuts.
Then we have
cookie cream.
Okay.
If you love Oreos, right there's one.
All right.
Pix.
I just can't get past the way that she's
talking. Like
it's like the performance is just
This is a high level performance.
It's so bad. It makes me as a white person hurt inside.
Lone, this lady don't
embarrassed.
This lady
This is like secondhand embarrassment to the extreme.
She don't talk like this in real life, bro.
No, not when she's talking to other white people.
No, exactly.
But she'll talk to this fool like that.
He's encouraging it.
Sugar cookie. Pink elephant. Oh, tastes like strawberry quick.
Okay.
Crunch nugget.
Bam, bam.
Your fruity pebbles and
Oh,
the
really?
cookie.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Cookie.
Haze.
Oh.
Firecrackers.
No, Purple Haze is.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
I've heard
Take your
stories.
kids, get all
We ain't talking about the Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, so they can all
Or Cameron.
make sure they're all good on their drug references.
Yeah.
For the kids.
Okay.
Snooperdoodle. Snoop Dogg, you know.
Snoop Dogg sues them.
Yeah, I'm sure he did not endorse that cookie.
Can we please make sure Snoop sees this? This is stupid, man.
Ecstasy.
Yeah.
My fave.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow.
Not even trying.
What? That's not even like.
trying. That's not
There's
even
no
clever.
back door. There's no creativity. It's just ecstasy is what we're going to call one of them.
It's just a drug reference at this point.
Yeah.
You want one of these ecstasy biscuits? Yo, this is crazy, bro.
look
This is
like-
crazy.
Fucking emojis as well.
that part.
At Secret Stash, we have a different cookie every month. So all of these are what we have all the time, but that one changes every month.
The Secret Stash.
That one's ice drop
And
right
you
now.
also have some keto flavor.
Keto.
Okay.
Keto.
Mike's bringing some.
My boo.
Your booze.
Oh, how about that?
About today, you opened with at noon.
That's the dude to the deuces
Today
up in
is
the
our
back.
soft opening. We have grand opening on Saturday at 12 p.m. to 11 p.m. But today, we open up soft, just like
Jay Moore. Look at this dude about to do a chicken commercial and eat this on live TV, bro. I know you're disgusted right now. I know you're disgusted
You know what I'm
right
not
now.
disgusted because like he is such a cornball.
Bruh. If he bites into this, man, because I stopped watching by now, so I hadn't seen this part. Is he about to eat this, man?
You don't think he is?
I mean, what do you think? This is what he does apparently. So
I think this is his thing, or maybe like different vendors and stuff.
Yeah, that's what he does, man.
6.
And this is which one is this? This is
Firecracker. Firecracker.
That looks so dry.
The bomb.
And that dope.
The bomb.
I hate this mother so
Now,
much.
who is this dude, man?
The bug.
I'm sorry. I know you're going to edit that. I'm sorry, but this is terrible.
We can put a nice beep on that, though.
Bag of chips.
Yeah.
What's
Say
up?
that again. You want this one?
Whoa.
No, don't.
What's up?
Oh.
There are no chips
we'll
there,
holler at you
Sherman.
later.
Just cookies.
We'll holler at you later.
A bag of fats. Man, it ain't cookies, they fats.
How embarrassing.
90s kid, as you can tell.
No, not as we can tell.
This references mixed up.
Yes, we're cursing. Yes, we're cursing.
She came out with Jim hair, Jim and Lisa Frank.
Wow.
And decided to call it 90s kid.
Yeah, hip hop.
Nah, you doing a little bit
Hip
too
hop
much.
is when you do your arms like this.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think about. That chick in the blue outfit dancing.
Honestly, I'm less bothered by that.
I am too, honestly.
Bruh.
Do you guys want to watch there's another video of Fee Ray and Jonathan Howe.
You can.
I think we can pull that up. Yeah, let's do that.
And then, because maybe that was just kind of the clownery.
Yeah, that's what started it. The
but maybe we can-
buffoonery at its best.
And then we can talk about the more.
Sherman, there is always work at the post office, brother. I don't know if you're brother. I don't know what you but I'm just saying.
What's
like
up?
you don't have to do that. You do not have to do that.
Bomb, baby.
He been doing this for a long time, and I've never seen him go this far
Yeah.
into
This was
bigotry.
this was a Popeyes commercial.
No, I'd rather see MC Hammer dance for that popcorn chicken.
No, I'm telling you.
That's more respectable.
Yeah.
So this is interviewing a couple local people, Icon and Fee Ray.
Tonight, a new downtown business is sparking conversation not because it's brand new to Mass Ave, but some are calling the marketing racist. Our Logan Gay spoke with potential customers and the owner. Hey, Logan.
Hey Gina, the business is called The Cookie Plug.
Turn on the mic.
Turn the mic on.
Grand opening. The theme of the business is hip hop, but some Hoosiers say the owners took it too far. John Howe is a member of the local hip hop community.
And I think it speaks volume when Indianapolis is united against something because it's so offensive and disrespectful.
He's talking about this new business, Cookie Plug on Mass Ave. Some Hoosiers believe the bakery is using drug references to sell cookies and associate that with hip hop. They say it's not only offensive, but also appropriating and misusing Black culture. Howe and Freeway Phillips are two of the many people.
She butchered his name.
Freeway.
Yeah, but
sorry.
I will say real quickly, this is probably one of the easiest, if you're trying to explain somebody what cultural appropriation is. This is like one of the best
101.
examples.
Yeah.
It's like, it's exactly
Doesn't
what
get
this
you
is.
much better than this one.
Nah, it's what it is.
Sharing their thoughts online.
I don't have a problem with people having fun. I don't have an issue with some cookies. That's not a problem. The problem is when it's presented the incorrect way. The problem is when it's mocking our culture, when there are people mimicking our culture that don't know anything about our culture besides some songs.
Along with a variety of cookies. Lemonade labeled on the menu as purple drink are served in baby bottles or double-stacked cups. The business Facebook page shows cookie boxes that
Long. Baby bottles or double stacked cups.
Yeah. Like I've just
It's
seen the
called
postings.
Purple Drink.
I'm just now seeing this. I've seen what some of the stuff on social media,
Right.
but not the actual news clips. The fact that this poor woman who went all the way through journalism school, broadcast, whatever, and she got to get on TV and say purple drink, I feel this is disgusting.
This ain't it, man. This is not it.
say thank you for supporting your neighborhood dope dealer.
Not
I want to throw something.
You see dope or dope dealer. Dope.
West Coast.
Coast. Boom. Yeah. Cookie Plug dog.
do we think if Black culture and hip hop culture are synonymous with drugs? The problem is he thinks that because he only branded with words that Black culture and hip hop culture created.
The founder of the Cookie Plug, Eric Martinez, says they have locations across the country, and he
You gotta be Shane waiting in that line. You gotta be Shane working there, girl.
You sure should now. Come on,
there's work at the post office.
I saw a Facebook Live of I'm sorry, I don't remember her name, but she's hilarious.
Oh, I seen that.
And she
went there just to roast everybody.
And it was like 40 minutes of just going through, and she's like, she tastes them, she's like,
I think her name is Lachey, I think.
Yeah, I think it's Lachey.
Hey, that video was hilarious.
She was roasting the workers too?
Because he's trash. She was
trash.
It was hilarious.
Now, did we have some fun with the names? Sure. But other than that, I don't really
Look at
see
this head.
If you walk into this store, you see the graffiti on the wall. We tied in local elements for Indianapolis, right? And the only one, the names that
cream in the background.
Purple Haze, right? Like
the owner of the indie location.
Nah, man. Nah.
Nah, man. Nah.
No. It's like,
maybe Purple Haze, not ecstasy. Not that.
I think it's just
Purple drink sack. Not the bump.
No.
20 sack.
Says she's not trying to glorify drugs. Instead, it's the opposite. She says she loves hip hop and loves cookies.
Okay.
I've never done drugs in my life.
So I would say instead of this taking what you see online, you should come in and see for yourself.
No.
I don't need to come in and see for myself, man. I can see.
Are you serving purple drink?
See, they're trying to frame this in a sense of like, well, it's not about drug culture, really. It's just a fun play on this. So they're intentionally missing the point of how they are essentially saying that hip hop is this as well.
Yes.
There's nothing fun and lighthearted about any of this. We know exactly what's going on here. Like, come on, man. And that's a very good point. They're trying to disguise it as that, but we know what's associated with this.
They ain't
It's
even
just common
trying.
sense,
At this
bro.
point, they're not trying. They're literally playing in our faces because they can. It's almost embarrassing that it's even gone this far because this is a franchise.
Yeah.
And they've been having these issues from state to state and in other cities that they've been opening in, and they still continue to open, and people still continue to invest, and people still continue to shop there.
Yep.
And they posted a video of some Black chick dancing for cookies and a double cup of drink.
You know that's not helping.
This is not helping. This is after the fact that all this stuff has been going on because this has been brewing since last week. I want to say they posted the chick dancing for cookies and drink 2-3 days ago.
Yeah,
I'm so glad I
it's
didn't see that.
They're literally throwing it in your face like we gonna do whatever we want to do. We don't care what you feel about it. Do something about it.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, and they keep throwing this out there. You know, someone posted, well, you know, LL Cool J is an investor. Like, do you think he really? Yeah. First of all, yes. So. You know, look, Ella also put out 14 shots to the dome. All of his decisions aren't the best. Steph Curry put his name on that Good Times cartoon. Yeah. So, like, sometimes, I don't know.
He clearly ain't get the memo.
Maybe people just don't know what they're endorsing and putting their name on. But this is...
And that's kind of ill in itself, too. Yeah. Especially if LL is endorsing this, because this guy has a track record of bad businesses. I mean, he has a MAGA-themed acai bowl chain as
Acai, or whatever you call it.
Acai. I don't know.
I like to say
before
acai.
that, he had conspiracy cookies, which had a cartoon image of Kobe Bryant being hit by a helicopter. Yeah. With NBA trophies, holding on to NBA trophies and stuff like.
That's pretty stupid.
Yeah. So I mean, and then his claim to fame with this whole hip hop oriented thing is that he's of Puerto Rican descent.
His name's Eric Martinez.
Right.
Once again, that means absolutely nothing to me. That one of the dudes who was leading the Proud Boys is was on that white supremacist foolishness.
It all depends on what you're passing as, and we know what you're trying to do here.
Yeah.
You know, you're literally using these references because you think it's popular culture nowadays. We've had that conversation. It's popular culture, but you should not tie everything back to hip hop. Just the same way with Love and Hip Hop show. I hate how they call that Love and Hip Hop. It has nothing to do with hip hop.
It literally has nothing to do with hip hop.
Because you go in the studio making a bunch of that doesn't mean it's hip hop.
Exactly. Right. So you putting a bunch of dumbass items on a menu and dubbing it a cookie shop in the name of hip hop is whacking itself.
You're like, hey, look, there's graffiti. Yeah. It's hip hop. Yeah. We're celebrating.
It's like, here's some names that we're going to commodify and profit off of. Yeah, no.
They have a whole 5-0 special.
I saw that
for the police to come in and get a discount on cookies.
I saw that as well.
Now, please tell me they're not serving like the purple drink. They said they're serving it in double cups.
Yeah, and in baby bottles. Yeah, in baby bottles. So we already know what that's from.
Yeah.
We know what that's from. And if we want to get technical, that's actually 2000s hip hop references.
Because I remember seeing that in the, sipping on the scissor, which...
Yeah, look at any studio video. You'll see people walking around with double stacked cups all through the studio.
So here again, I want to highlight specifically, so it doesn't just feel like we're just, for those that can't keep up, which there may be people that watch this that can't keep up and don't understand what the outrage is. It's not that they are including references in this cookie store that have some sort of relation to hip hop. That's not the issue.
Right.
It's that they are plucking pieces of the negative connotation around the certain things that they are plucking from.
Exactly.
And also they are doing this to profit off of a culture that they have nothing to do with at all.
That's the part. That's the part.
Look, I just, and this just shows you, man, I guarantee you, say this was a completely black-owned situation, we would feel exactly the same way. In fact, there's absolutely no way you could have all these a black family could decide we're going to do cookie-themed drug references for families.
Yeah,
they would shut that down immediately.
No, we ain't going. Just like everybody got the consensus not to watch the Good Times cartoon because it's stupid.
Haven't watched a single episode.
I can't get down with it because it's dumb. And it's not that we're picking on this particular business because they're white people passing as a hip-hop franchise. That's not it. It's just y'all aren't that. Y'all aren't what you're representing.
Yeah.
And for you to act like you are and then have this type of stuff and just consider it fun and this is a vibe. Nah, this is real life goes on.
Like I said,
people have lost their lives behind these drugs and syrup and things of that nature, and you're literally selling it to kids. Even with vapes, they have to change the names of certain vapes and things so as to not market it to children. They can't sell flavored cigarettes and things like that because it markets it to children.
Yeah.
So why would you sell a cookie with drug references and market it to
ecstasy?
Yeah, and market it to children at the end of the day
as a hip hop thing.
Yeah.
At the same time, which hip hop is synonymous with black culture.
Right.
At the same time, there's nothing in here that's like that's not referencing drug culture.
No.
Right.
It's like they're trying to pass drug culture off as
hip-hop
culture.
And
that's the problem. And if these people really cared, the franchise owners and all these people, they would listen to the hip-hop community that is speaking out and saying, hey, this is a problem.
But they're not hip-hop, so they're not.
They don't
care. They don't know who to
They're not even. They're nowhere near hip-hop, so they just see it as, like Terry said, we just playing in your face.
Be like, hey, I bought a couple CDs in the 90s. So it's all good.
Yeah.
This isn't paying homage. This is
not.
This is just insulting.
This is disrespectful.
And then and so they have pictures of inmates behind them, black inmates, black rappers. I mean, they got whites in there, Hispanics as well too. But
it's all mugshots.
It's all mugshots.
It's like glorification.
It's like a celebration of crime and tying it directly to hip hop and black culture, and it's a bad look.
It's a very
LL
bad
Cool
look.
J, I'm not sure. I don't know. Somebody might have handed this to you while you were going between a CSI episode, and you don't know exactly what you signed off on. But this is a bad look.
Nah, he. There's no way. Well, I'm not gonna say no way because people will get a bag, so I'm not about to say that. But I just don't know how you look at this and say, yeah, I'm gonna put a little money behind this, especially someone of his stature in hip hop who's actually been here from damn near the beginning. Why would you even co-sign this?
Yeah, this is not.
It don't get too much more hip hop to LL, bro.
And I don't know. Like I said, I think sometimes people are presented with opportunities and they say, "Oh no, we want to get you involved with something." I want to give LL the benefit of the doubt.
Sure.
Same way I want to give Steph Curry the benefit of the doubt. I was like, you could have known what this was.
He didn't see that.
You could have known what this Good Times cartoon with the roach singing the theme song and a baby that sells crack. You couldn't have known.
There's no way he saw that.
You're not from that. You're from nowhere close to this Good Times world. Maybe it's because he's detached from it and he thought this was funny and a good idea. But and the people who are attached to that, there are people I have respect as artists, and I'm like, what were you think when you were in the booth doing the voiceovers?
Yeah.
What made you say this is a good look? I don't know.
You saw the cast, the OG cast of Good Times on the Breakfast Club. They were disgusted.
Yeah.
All three of them. They were disgusted.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not mad
rightfully
at
so.
them. Yeah,
It's the same. It's these people, the Martinez and this lady with the colored hair. They are the type of people in that I have talked about on this show in the past that thinks simply because if you get a cosign from like one black person or a couple black people say, oh, that's okay.
You're in the clear.
Then that means that, okay, that there's nothing wrong with what I'm doing at this point. And it's just a complete lack of awareness of the respect of something if you're going to be a white person or a white passing person in general and step into hip hop is something that I know about. There are certain things that you have to be cognizant of.
Right.
And this is this is horrible. This is exactly why everybody says don't let white people in hip hop. This is exactly why this is exactly what all this is. And you see it all the time.
It's the whole colonizer vibe.
Yeah.
But it's what it is, it's horrible. So I mean,
these guys are literally putting on a Halloween costume and going to work every day.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Going on.
She puts on her voice and she's code switching in her own way.
Yes.
And then she comes out and does her thing and she goes home and she talks. She's probably Scottish. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, you seen in the second clip how she talked. How she probably talks on the radio.
She didn't talk to Sherman the same way she talked to the the person that lived.
Because in the first video was West Side. None of that came out in the second video.
Yeah.
And
it's just culturally insensitive.
In a way, I feel because those I saw a couple black people working there, and I was like, I know everybody got to pay their bills.
Yeah.
So I do feel for them, especially if the pressure gets in, they're not able to maintain that. But at the same time, man. When I see the y'all in line, what are y'all thinking about?
Come on, man.
Like, these are just cookies. It's not like you need them to get by.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be one thing if it was like some actual groceries, but these are cookies.
And they're $5 a piece.
You could get by without some $5 cookies. Everybody talk about how broke they are and they can't afford this, that, and the third.
But you stand in line for these?
Stand in line for
I think a bump sack's $20.
Damn.
I guess there's deals to be had, but you know what I'm saying. I was like, what made you say I'm gonna go in here? This seems cool. Like, you don't need, honestly. When you're doing something that people don't actually need, you need. This is just so bad.
It's just, I don't see any positive angle to this.
It's so hard to find the words that this is so bad. Like, I'm trying to be as constructive as I can, but it's there's just nothing constructive about
Let
this.
me ask you guys this in terms of this has been out, a week and some change, we'll call it. Have you guys? About a week? Has anybody seen the opposite? Is anybody standing up for this place? Have you guys run into that? I haven't seen any.
Nobody that I am friends with, or nobody that's a part of. No, I haven't seen any. They actually Google reset all the bad reviews.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, they did that as well. Cool. So now they have a positive review on Google. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I just didn't know because I'm sure they're That exists. It's probably some out there, but I hadn't seen any.
Yeah, DJ community, I know some of y'all got to get to the money, but I don't want to see you down there co-signing this. Please.
I actually seen somebody actually bow it out of performing. Which is solid. Hugh Jeffner, I believe.
Yeah.
Shout out.
I think Skits actually reached out to him. So
yeah, shout out to Hugh Jeffner. You know what I'm saying?
Good.
This is that's somebody who I've rocked with between Casbah. He's played Take That Tuesday several times. Come and done the vinyl set, and we've had conversations. He's aware of things. I've had to pull him to the side on some things, but like he's one of those people. If you can reason with him, and so like shout out to
Skits
him
too.
Shout out to him,
Yeah, and Fee Ray for spearheading this whole situation. Him and Jonathan Howe, Icon. For pretty much
Fee Ray took
taking
the
flag and marching with it and doing the steps needed to try to shut this down. I mean, it's probably going to be a long road, but
because there's people just going to go in there and be like,
not need to go. Don't go support these cookies. We have other places here in the city. One being Cavity Factory that you can go support. That probably tastes 10 times greater than these cookies. I've never had it, but I'm saying I've seen when she had her truck and people would line up down the block and be standing in line for hours for her cookies before she had a storefront. So
shout out to
if you're going to support anybody, support somebody local.
And shout out to Fee Ray too, because I believe he went to that location and just bought. I can't remember.
He had people
the amount.
donate and then was able to just say, "Who wants some cookies? We'll support this business over here."
I'm with that.
And it's not even about if the cookies are good or not. It's,
right.
So.
Yeah. So once again, everybody talking about the guys cook. Nobody needs cookies. Okay. If you're going to go somewhere, don't go somewhere and be insulted. That's all there is to that. I can't really put any other words to it. Don't go somewhere that is just playing in your face and is insulting you on the low. Not even on the low. They're
please
just doing
believe you are being insulted when you.
Well, see, the problem is people tend to give any and everybody a pass based off of them feeling the smallest, tiniest bit of comfortable
of inclusion
you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's just a cookie to me.
I'm not really tripping.
Them cookies is good. I'm gonna go down there.
They have no moral compass unless it if it doesn't directly affect them, and not meaning directly affects their culture, because some people could care less about the culture of things. They're all about self. I wanted to taste the cookie, so I went and tasted the cookie because I really don't care about none of y'all or what y'all got to say about it, because I'm going to do me. These are people that just have no moral compass, period. So if I see you standing in that line, I feel a certain type of way about you.
And if I see you out there,
especially if you know all of this stuff that's surrounding this, and you've seen the ad and you know what's been going on Facebook, and you still wouldn't stood in that line.
Speaks volumes about who you are.
If you're going to go down there and DJ for Purple Drink, please don't think you're going to come and Take That Tuesday. I'm just putting it out there.
Talk to him.
But once again, the fact that the community, the hip hop community, the black community, whoever, just the people who respect culture in this city, because it's been a coalition who has done so. When I talk about how dope Indianapolis is, because this other city, like I said, this is a franchise. I'm not sure what the reaction has been in other cities, and if the community has come together, the artistic and hip hop community has come together as a coalition to say, "No, this ain't it." But I know that's what we did here, and once again, that's why we got a hip hop festival. That's why we got a black rock festival. That's why we have. It's just another reason why Indianapolis is dope, man.
If you're gonna be on Mass Ave, probably should stop by Nap or Nothing.
That'd be good.
Cookie store.
Yeah,
that'd be good. Go break some bread. Break some bread with Nap or Nothing. That'd be good. Man,
we don't need none of that.
We don't need your winky dinky dog.
No,
we are not going. Do not go down there and get no colonizer cookies.
Nah, man, we ain't standing for that.
West Side.
I hope they can get up out of here in like 4 to 6 months. That'll be great.
Yeah. Sad part about it is they just gonna set up shop somewhere else.
Well, as long as it ain't here.
True.
Ain't playing in our face.
True.
Yeah. So if it moves somewhere else, then you gotta pass the torch for y'all to get them up out of y'all place too.
Thanks to our partners. Dr. Coleman of Coleman Dental is our go-to dentist. He's a longtime Indianapolis arts and music supporter located right in Broad Ripple. Printfinity is a screen printing shop based in Indianapolis, owned and operated by our own DJ Jay Diff. Our good friends at Indie CD and Vinyl operate one of the best record stores in North America. Shop new and used in their site or visit them in person. And the best way to support the New Old Heads is to visit our Patreon and become a member for as little as $3 a month. All details on newoldheads.com.
So M-Dog, you ready to do the next one?
Oh, thanks, that's dog. Yeah.
Did nobody ask what J Dog wanted to do?
J Dog, T Dog, we in the building. You know what I'm talking about? We rebranding the new old heads. You know what I'm saying?
Dog Pound?
Dog Pound.
Not the cool Dog Pound.
No, not the OGs.
You know, West Side.
Yeah, West Side.
Very cringeworthy there.
Cookies. Daddy. What they be saying? Shut your dumb ass up.
Always talking, man.
Yeah.
You keep talking, man. So Dr. Michael Eric Dyson has some very, very heated comments as it relates to people criticizing Drake's blackness. Now, this was on the Stephen A. Smith show. You know, Stephen A. probably pops out 3 times a week or something on his YouTube show. So, you know, he had Dr. Dyson in there. I actually met this guy before. He's a very sharp, very intelligent, very nice person. Very nice. Mm-hmm. But somebody has pissed him off because I think it could. I don't know if this is directly at Kendrick, but he does reference Kendrick and others questioning Drake's blackness. So let's watch the clip and we can discuss.
All right.
I'm pissed that Drake gets dismissed when he's been Drake for 15 years. Now he's not really black. Oh, he was black when he's recorded more songs with Jay-Z than most of these rappers. Last time I checked, Jay-Z is real. He ain't fake. Challenging his racial identity, saying he's a culture vulture when he's when he's a black man. He's from Canada. He ain't real. Idris Elba is from the UK. People still love him on The Wire. So why is it that being outside of our geography, outside of our nationality, raises suspicions about Drake? Now, you can debate the war between Kendrick and Drake in terms of, you know, the quintuple, you know, entendres that Kendrick Lamar unleashes. Kendrick Lamar is a brilliant rapper and a formidable foe, but so is Drake. And what he's done to expand the horizon of hip hop is underestimated. Why are you looking at a positive as a negative?
So, a couple things stood out to me here. One is the Jay-Z bar means nothing to me.
Absolutely none. He's done songs with Justin Timberlake.
Right. 2.
Next.
He says he gives him P's for, if I heard him correctly, expanding hip hop. Did he say something to the effect that he's expanded hip hop, the horizon of hip hop? I don't know if I agree with that either because you're a pop star in real life. But what are y'all thoughts?
Can I just really quick and then I'll get out the way. We talked about this a little bit about how Kendrick wasn't necessarily saying that Drake isn't black. He was saying that you're not a part of the culture in the way that you think that, you know, you are.
Bingo.
In that way. So.
Bingo. But the floor is open, man. What are y'all thoughts? What you think, Jay?
Well, this is what happened.
Does he have any points?
Well, you know, he's light-skinned and he saw the light-skinned dude losing and, you know, that's
come on, Jay. Come on, J Dog. Don't do that.
And you would think, though, with being Michael Eric Dyson, as much as he loves Tupac, that he would have nothing to say wrong about Kendrick. Mm-hmm. You would think.
You think he'd have been on Drake's head for trying to for using AI.
You would think.
But, you know, no, and all jokes aside, I mean, we going to get these jokes off. It is what it is. I'm sorry, man, but you're wrong here.
Yeah, man.
Like the reason we went after, and not we, but the way Kendrick went after him is because, like Lone said, you are not a part of the culture in the manner in which you think you are. You know, you've taken a lot of liberties and stepped over some, you know, because we don't talk about J. Cole like this.
No.
Good point.
You know, he's the same thing, white mom, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the crew of the white moms from here.
It sounds like that is a band.
Yeah,
crew of the white moms.
That's the Real Jones.
Yeah, shout to Kristen. You know, everybody involved with that group. Yeah, man, you're making it about his nationality and his skin tone. We're making it about his experience and
his cultural.
Some of the goofy things that he does.
Yeah.
You know, when he steps out of his lane, like, you know, one of the things that when I see him in that game video, and that's an artistic thing, him and Game
the 100 video.
But I'm like, you got on, you know, the red Toronto jersey in what's clearly gang territory, and it's like it's uncomfortable. You know, and then like, you know, how look, if you being you is how you got to where you are,
right?
You know, you trying to stand, you know, the whole going to stand next to 21 Savage and maybe, and once again, that seems like a genuine industry relationship.
Yeah. For sure.
But, you know, sometimes like you miss the mark on certain things culturally come by the things that you say. And a lot of times the things that you don't say, you know, the fact
he
that
ain't said
yeah, and that's part of it. It's like, you know, you've been popular during some of the most turbulent times.
Yeah.
But between the George Floyd and Mike Brown, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think you've ever had anything to say, and that's your right to not have to say anything.
Yeah.
True.
But we actually gave him peas for that. But at the same time, you have a responsibility.
I don't even think he has a responsibility, because especially if he doesn't know what he's talking about, keep your mouth shut.
Not a responsibility as far as saying something about current events and things of that nature, but you have a responsibility to rep this culture in the way that it's supposed to be represented, and you call yourself black. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be black to say the word. Because at the end of the day,
it seems like there's a lot of that going on.
Yeah, it seems like that's what it's about. Is you just want to be black so that you can say that, but anything else, it doesn't matter.
Good point.
Because it seems like you actually built up to even being able to say it right. Because there's video circulating around where you saying it with the hard R, looking goofy.
Yeah.
So I mean, for Michael Eric Dyson, an intelligent philosopher and writer, author, whatever,
educator,
for him to say, to get that take from what Kendrick is saying is. It's almost like you didn't listen to what he's saying.
Yeah.
He's literally telling you why he's saying, I feel this way about this guy, and this is why I don't want to hear you say this word. That's all it's about. It has nothing to do with him being mixed, him being Canadian,
him having a nice upbringing and being on it. That's not, I think, because a lot of times there are situations where black people, we do this to each other. Mm-hmm. Like, I can speak personally on that just because, I grew up in the suburbs, father had a good job, several bathrooms in the house, you know what it is. Yeah. And there are people that called into question my blackness just because I had a certain dress. It doesn't have anything to do with what I thought about things culturally, how, we still a black household. I remember I had a couple of my homies over before like a concert, and then my mom was cooking dinner, and he pulled me to the side, and they're like, yo, your mom's gonna season the food, right? I'm like, I was like, yo, but I thought that was a funny exchange. But like, I think sometimes we do call into question each other's blackness based on things that don't have anything to do with actually our experience here trying to navigate with this thing called America.
Mm-hmm. He's not from America, so I mean, his black experience cannot mimic or be felt the same way that ours is.
Yeah, I mean,
so to speak.
There is a difference between him growing up in an all Jewish community and his mom being the custodial parent. Right. There's just certain things, even with my father working in corporate America and my mother being an educator, like we still had very much a black experience.
Right.
There's still because my dad was in corporate America, but the rest of my family wasn't.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there were just certain things that like just by osmosis and by, being around, even though we were kind of in a way, my sister and I, like in a way insulated, because like we could go a whole week and the only other black people we would see were the people in our family. But at the same time, we understood what it was to hear certain songs, to have certain experience, to know what it is to get up on Easter Sunday and get fresh. And, there's just certain things that just being black in America are going to be different than, Drake honestly saying, and this is his experience, and nobody's discounting his experience of growing up in a Jewish community, having a bar mitzvah. That's not why, we're calling these things into question.
Right.
I never want anybody's experience growing up, especially when you didn't have a choice. Okay, that's just, you weren't I didn't choose to not grow up in the hood the same way Drake he didn't choose to grow up in an all Jewish community.
Nah, it's just how it was. And
that's just how it was.
This isn't a situation of colorism.
No, that's the thing.
This is what a lot of people are making it about. Is, well, you're teasing him because he's a light-skinned black man. It has nothing to do with it. And if you rewind and you go back, and if we want to be about Drake keeping it real with himself, honestly, he wouldn't be the artist that he is now. Because, I mean, if he's keeping it real with himself and he's true to those roots and things that he said influenced him, he's so far gone from that, no pun intended.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. Drake is who he is, and that's who he's going to be. And what Kendrick said is honestly 100% spot on. And I ain't taking nothing away from Drake's blackness or whatever you want to call it. But Kendrick hit a sore spot when he said that, and it's making
Pusha T hit a sore spot.
He definitely did. He definitely did. But I think a lot of people are taking it on the chin for Drake.
Mm-hmm.
Let him fight for himself. Let him say something. Because if he felt this strongly about it, it wouldn't even have to be a diss record. It would be just him talking about his black experience, if it was one.
I don't think he's gonna.
I mean, if this is the thing, you can grow up in a Jewish community the same way I grew up in the suburbs, and it's always going to think things that remind you that you're black.
Right.
Okay. So yes, the situation was different, but that, unless you have completely insulated yourself outside and you choose to ignore the times when people treat you differently, or the slights or the microaggressions that come against you because, your nose is a little bit wider, your lips are a little bit fuller, and your hair's a little bit nappier. Like, you just got to understand, it doesn't, those things don't insulate you from your blackness.
Nah.
So I don't ever want to say, talk about, who's blacker than who.
No.
But when we're talking about Drake and the things that Kendrick is talking about, we're talking about, hey, man, like, if you would just be yourself, we would have less of a problem.
You've benefited so much from doing this, bro. Like, you wouldn't be who you are had you not. I'm not, he's still a pop star or whatever, but when you talk about 100 and all these records, yes, like, that helped you become who you are by playing on that. So, hey.
Like I said, when you're yourself, when Drake is himself, that's when he's his best.
Facts.
That's when he's the artist. That's the artist who made you into a superstar. Like, you trying to stand next and be just like a little bit more yo and whatever, kind of like the Cookie Lady. Like, that's when we'd be like, all right, man, that's enough.
No. Yeah. What you think about Dr. Dyson Lone? Did we pretty much cover it?
I think maybe Michael Eric Dyson didn't. Maybe he didn't have full context or something.
I think he missed what you talked about.
See, I can't believe that with it being Michael Eric Dyson, because this is somebody that studies hip hop.
But
writes whole books about.
He had to have heard all of these songs, and had the chance to break them all down.
But I don't. With that being said, with this being Michael Eric Dyson, I don't feel like this would be his take if he did. But I could be wrong.
He could be playing favorites. He could be more. Yeah, he could be playing favorites.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He's too sharp.
He
as
might
a
be
person,
part Canadian or something.
You can,
I don't know.
Once again, you can be sharp and play favorites.
You can.
Yeah, or maybe he's just trying to particularly speak on that particular issue, just to highlight that issue further.
And
maybe,
perhaps. And to your point, but also he's always been passionate about what he does. So I like that part about him. It just seems like he jumped out the window on this one and missed what was on the surface for what was actually going on. And I usually don't see him do that. So maybe he just, like you said, maybe some bias, or I don't know. I could probably see Eric Dyson talking more about the bleach blonde, bad body, butch built, whatever.
Versus you want to talk about a diss.
Yeah, that was serious.
Yeah, shouts to shouts to Jasmine Crockett.
This topic, I guess, would be what they call the elephant in the room. Would that be fair to say on this one?
I think so.
So by now, everyone, I'm assuming, saw the Cassie video that was released with Diddy, I believe, from 2016. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That is correct.
Yep.
Very disturbing, man. With her, running through the hallway and him coming all the way around the corner in a towel and then pushing this little girl down to the. I'm not being disrespectful when I say that, but she's a smaller woman. She's a smaller woman.
She was like 19 at the time or something, right?
No. She, because that's when they met. She was 19.
But she's very small. Like the way he just dragged her down to the ground like that and then kicked her like it was.
Diddy's kind of small too, isn't he?
No. This is the thing where people get the game messed up. Diddy is a good 6 feet tall.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was that tall. Are you sure?
Okay.
Yes. Like, I remember he was at one point.
Was he wearing platforms?
He was going. No, Diddy.
He strikes me as like a 5'9".
That's what I would have thought too.
No, Diddy's
got small man energy.
Either way, he whacked. Either way, he
was larger than she was and struck her in a way.
And then I saw it looked like he was trying to kick a field goal, bro. And I'm not trying to joke. Like it was that bad. How aggressively
it was brutal. It was brutal.
And one of the questions I posed, and this is something that's been floating around. Obviously, we'll talk about it because I was just disgusted when I actually saw the video. But some people are trying to tie this into a black mark or a black eye on hip hop in general because of
Why
who
are we
he.
calling it a black eye though? I don't know. It's just for the what happened.
Yeah,
it's kind of messed up to call it a black eye on hip hop because it's,
okay, yeah, yeah. That's it's a little insensitive.
Mocking the
I
situation.
didn't even think about it like that.
I got you. I'll take that. That's what I saw. But you're right. I missed it. You're right. Either way, a negative look for hip hop. We'll say that because he is one of the more iconic figures in the lineage of hip hop.
Him beating Cassie is not hip hop. That is not a definition of hip hop, and it's not tied to hip hop. That may be tied to his upbringing, maybe what he's seen, his own personal demons, but that is not hip hop. Now, of course, I guess hip hop has to wear this outfit because we're talking about P. Diddy, Puffy, whatever you want to call him, Dr. Love. He is synonymous with hip hop. His personality, his figure. But that particular incident is not hip hop related. I just want to clear the air on that.
That's true.
No, I feel you.
I just see people trying to, tie the two, if you will, because he is associated. What you said makes perfect sense. That's why I wanted to kind of throw it out there to see what you guys thought about it. Just your initial thoughts, and is it fair to even do that? Because Terry really just broke it down well of why it's technically not associated with it, if you will. Lone, what were your initial thoughts, man, when you just saw it? And, I'm assuming I know what they are, but
yeah, I mean, it was a lot more than I expected to see in a video. I'll say that. I can't say that I'm super surprised, which is kind of messed up to say, but only because of all the stuff that has been coming out about Diddy, and obviously he has a lot of money.
Right.
He has a way to hush stuff up like this. So
$50K for this video to go away is what was reported.
So I mean. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's not good. Again, to Terry's point, I don't think this isn't a reflection of hip hop, but he is an icon within hip hop culture. So
that part,
in the same manner, it's like it's a stain in a way, just because of who he is, and what he embodies and what he's always embodied to that degree. But it isn't a direct reflection of what hip hop stands for or anything, which I think is kind of evident with how hip hop is responding.
Mm-hmm.
So
I like that. What you think, Jay? J Dog. I'm sorry.
I'm not going to call him Diddy or Puff Daddy or Brother Love or whatever. I mean, at this point, this is kind of confirming what a lot of people have thought and have told us, and maybe we tried to give him the benefit of the doubt because we love so much of what he's contributed artistically and the things he's executive produced.
Right.
But Sean Combs is just a certified piece of shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm with you when you're right.
To see him, and the thing is, the way things happen and the way this got out, it tells me that this is the first of many videos.
Right.
That's when going to come out. To see the way he beat her and kicked her when she was already on the ground.
Right.
Like there's almost like rules of engagement. After somebody's on the ground and you keep kicking them, that makes you dirty. Right. Even if you were to do that to another man. But it
didn't even look like it was the first time.
No, it wasn't the first time.
There's no way that was the first time.
No way. Because she was brawling up like he's done this before, and she's just trying to protect herself.
Bro, he came back out, sat down,
and started throwing
a vase. It looks like a vase of some
literally
sort.
Sitting in the hallway of the hotel throwing.
And because I go to my conspiracy mind. I think I broke this down a couple other times before that when you make money for the machine, they're always going to protect you. And it's almost like the mob. Some people don't think the mob exists, but we're just going to talk about it. When you are a good earner, you will always be protected. When I honestly feel the same way about R. Kelly. When he was a good earner, we were able to, a lot of people were able to look the other way. Because when a lot of people, the infamous interview, when we say teenage, how old we talking?
How old we talking?
Now, you know why that's the only part of that clip we ever see? Is because after Tory interviewed R. Kelly on BET, the higher-ups from Jive RCA came to the higher-ups at BET and said, if that ever airs again, you will not have access to any of our artists. And now, this is when Viacom owned BET. So that meant MTV, VH1, BET. They were willing to step out and protect this man because he was an earner.
He was making so much money.
If he was making enough money for, these media conglomerates, we'd be on Trapped in the Closet number 150 by now.
Good point.
But when he was no longer an earner, he no longer had the protection, because you got to think about it. There's only like 7 or 8 actual media companies in the world. So for someone to make a documentary and for them to say, okay, we're going to broadcast this on this cable system, through this channel, a lot of people had to sign off on that and say that we're no longer going to protect this person. Right. You know, but at one point, they were willing to pull all their support for the entire Viacom media conglomerate over this one man.
Until he wasn't making hits no more.
Until he didn't make enough money to be protected. That's what that's part of the conspiracy thing. But also, you got to think about this. If, say, Puff Daddy was the one who had the video, and then, you know, this is taken by the authorities in that raid, and somehow, I don't think Freedom of Information Act would cover this, but like, this wasn't on the Shade Room. This wasn't on Media Takeout.
CNN.
This was on CNN.
Yeah.
Which means he's really not protected anymore.
Yeah, what happened was too is past the statute of limitations on this whole situation.
That's what's really
a lot of people are saying, well, he should rot in jail, this, that, and other. Unfortunately, he's not about to go to court or nothing for this particular incident. Facts. And what kills me about the whole situation is how he's paraded around like he's innocent. Like when he came out and said, if anybody got receipts on me, show them to me, you'll be paid by the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? That's almost like, I know it's something going on. I know some people might have something on me, but y'all can't prove it. Yeah. So until you can prove it, then pretty much shut the is what he was saying. But for him to parade around that whole situation, knowing what he did, and then this sad ass apology.
That was the worst.
The weakest things I've ever seen.
Do not apologize to me, us, the world. Apologize to the woman you put your hands on.
Now, apparently,
I'm sure she's not the only one that you've put your hands on.
Now, apparently, because of the NDA, due to that lawsuit that came out earlier, not earlier this year, but last year, he can't say her name. He can't mention her name going forward. But he could have said, you know, the woman who I wronged in the video. I don't know. Maybe I don't know anything enough about the law. But I will say this: one of the among all the other things that bothered me, when he said, you know, I went to counseling, I went to rehab. We didn't hear nothing about this.
Nah, so you just start calling yourself Brother Love.
So and that was it. And I was like, okay, you went to rehab and you was out here pushing the Ciroc lifestyle on us. That really makes you a piece of shit. The fact that, like, we can look at Puff Daddy's past. I'm sorry, Sean Combs, because that's who has the problem here. Sean Combs. Sean Combs has had a history of violence towards men, hitting Steve Stout over the head with a champagne bottle. You know, apparently he got into it with Drake, who we just previously talked about. You know,
got into it with J. Cole.
I do not think that this is just he makes it seem like this is an isolated incident. No, sir, you have a problem with violence and impulse control, and this is about young men. You have to have a level of sexual discipline, or everything that you have ever built for yourself can be taken away from you, and your image can be tarnished. Like right now, it's not about. I think he and his handlers thought, okay, we'll get this apology out, and eventually we'll be able to get back to business. No, dog, it's over. It's over. You're not going to be on no more red carpets, no more galas, no more award shows. It's over.
It doesn't even matter though, because he's already made it to a position in his life he can go off the grid and be cool. We've seen Russell Simmons do that.
But see, Puff Daddy is different. He loves the attention.
He loves the attention, but he can live without it. He can live without it, though. He's in a position where he can live without it, or he can put his kids in there for him. I
don't know if I agree with that, because I understand what you're saying, but this is a different level of narcissism and needing attention, I think.
Yeah, well,
I think it's harder for him to do. Russell Simmons ain't never been a person that's needed a whole bunch of attention.
No,
he's been in the cut for the most part. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Take that.
But with Sean he need dancing. He needs that. So for him to quote unquote go off the grid, I think that would be a level of punishment in itself, because he's not in the limelight.
Okay, I'll say this.
You feel me?
He'll figure out a way. He'll never be the Puff Daddy that we all knew and respected and things of that nature. He'll never be that guy again.
Right.
But he'll figure out a way, because most people do. He's not about to experience any criminal charges off of this.
True.
Now, some other stuff comes up, unfortunately, and he does experience criminal charges, then he'll have to disappear, or he'll have to face the consequences behind those actions. But I feel like in today's society, what do they say? They love you, then they hate you, then they love you again. He's in a position to where he may not get as much love and respect as he got before, but they will still, if he I don't know, starts doing some charitable work and
put out a gospel album.
Yeah, sells his story to own network, and he does a movie and does this, that, and other. He can go on his I'm sorry tour then, apologizing to everybody. He can spin this because at the end of the day, Puffy is a businessman. And he's very good at being a businessman. He'll be able to spin this situation in his benefit.
Bro, this is going to be a hard spin, though, man.
It will, but
this is going to be I don't know if I agree with that, because this is going to be a hard spin. Mm-hmm. This is hard to spin off this one.
This is why I don't think that's going to happen, is because I remember when the Ray Rice situation hit.
Yep.
Initially, he got like 3 games. And, there were actually women coming, female Ravens fans coming down with Ray Rice jerseys, almost standing in solidarity because, hey, Ray Rice still in the prime of his career. It's time to get to his money and get him another Super Bowl.
We're trying to get a ring.
Exactly. And then the video came out. And it showed. And the thing is, this was his fiance at the time. Now his wife, he married this woman. And they have a family and children together, and they still took everything from him. He never played.
Ray Rice ain't Diddy.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, like that video, that was the difference between a 3-game suspension and his NFL career being over.
Think about it. Dana White, 2023, I believe. He got caught, slapping his wife? Did y'all remember that?
Yeah, but we think so little of Dana White.
No, but what I'm saying, what I'm saying is, we talking about Terry's tour concept. To my knowledge, UFC ain't missed a beat.
But also, like with the Dana White thing,
but Dana White is not Puffy.
He slapped her in a situation where it was like, okay, you wrong, but it was like he was trying to retaliate. He was just Puffy was just beating.
No. I understand. I'm just talking about from a perception, like
I'm sorry, Sean Combs and Puffy.
Yeah, it's Sean. Just how it's perceived. I think he's cooked. I think Sean is cooked, bro. I think he's cooked.
No, I think the exact same. I honestly, there's no being invited to the BET Awards and saying, oh, no, it's done.
It's going to be hard, bro.
It's done. And once again, you're not an earner. You don't have anything that we like good enough for us to look past this. Even when you, it's like, okay, I always say that a Super Bowl or a championship or a hit song can almost solve anything. Like, remember when Ray Lewis, he basically was caught up in a murder.
Yeah,
all right?
They got that ring.
Yeah, but they won a ring, and it was 2 or 3 years later, he was a face of Nike football equipment and was on the cover of John Madden.
First ballot Hall of Famer, no issues. Which he should be.
No, like based on what he did on the field, but honestly, if there was videotape of the murder,
that's different.
It makes it a lot different. There's a lot of things that, like, I understood why some people thought it was a cash grab, and that even because I told you I read through every page of the lawsuit, and some of it sounded like some bull to me, But then
after seeing this, though,
when I see the video, I'm like, this ain't the first time he beat her ass, and it's not the last time. This didn't happen, and he decided all this. He had this come to Jesus moment.
There was already another situation that people were saying Cassie had a black eye. He actually has another video that he put out himself while she's trying to hide under covers and stuff. And he put that video out.
And the worst part about all of this is, in my personal opinion, or one of the worst things is, I know damn well that apology never would have seen light had this video not come out.
He was defiant. That's the thing that makes me, like, now I don't believe anything you say, Sean Combs, because you were so defiant. You posted, what was like 2-3 weeks ago on a Friday.
The truth is going to come out or something like that.
He posted the video for his song Victory.
Yeah.
Like, we were going to find out something and all these people were lying and I was going to be vindicated.
Bruh.
No. Like, you have to, I don't understand that level.
The tape was gone. He thought it was gone.
I don't understand that level of arrogance, that lack of self-awareness.
That's what I just said. He's a narcissist. There's a high level of arrogance.
And for you to just think that, like, you have enough money to where you could have circled the wagons and been like, okay, we got to get behind this and figure something out because we know what's coming. And you just thought, okay, the people love me so much.
I'm untouchable.
That I can put out these things and people are going to pray for me and this, that, and the third. And I just got to weather the storm and I'll be back. No, you're done out here. That's it.
You did.
Hey, Terry, I will shake your hand, brother. If he turns turns his tour, I'll be like, well, I was wrong, but I don't see it, bro. Man, I don't see the tour.
I'm not saying a literal tour where
I know what you mean. I'm just using words.
I feel like he's going to spin this in a certain way and end up on talk shows and apologize. And
look, TD Jakes told him he don't have a friend in TD Jakes right now.
That's because TD Jakes was involved or allegedly involved in the whole ring thing.
In the freak offs?
Yeah, so.
Sure.
Oh. Yeah, of course he's going to distance himself from Diddler.
They took a lot of content from that home and those homes. So who knows what we about to see? I'm just saying. Because he can't, it's not like this is this and it's like, okay, he'll just have to figure out what he wants to do and try to find the grid. There might be 4 or 5 more instances that come out. He's really cooked. If more stuff starts to come out, it's only going to compile itself.
He's cooked now.
I say he's cooked.
He's done. Like
he a piece of for what he did, man. I can't respect it.
There's no more endorsements. There's no more. The Ciroc. First of all, Ciroc, they got ahead of this.
Ciroc
and be like,
already done.
Yeah, it's hard.
He's already done. What's crazy is he was one of the owner of Revolt. Revolt is one of the first people that published that tape.
Yeah.
As soon as CNN played it, it was right on Revolt, like within Kendrick time, even. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's good, Kendrick time.
Yeah, it was on there within Kendrick time. Let them know, or let the masses know that we are not associated with Sean Combs any longer.
Mm-hmm.
This is Revolt TV. Has nothing to do with
yeah.
That's on him, man. That's on him.
But once again, like look, man, it sounds cliche because everyone wants to say these things when something like this happens, because it's an easy win for you to say, don't put your hands on women.
Yep.
But one of the things that bothers me is all the people who said, yeah, I knew Puffy was on that bullshit, but what are you going to do? I mean, like, then I don't really want to hear from you either.
Them is the same people that's lining up for cookies at the cookie plug.
Yeah. So I don't want to hear from people who's like, yeah, I know he was beating Kim Porter's ass. I know he was doing this to Misa. I knew he was doing this to Cassie. You didn't say nothing. You didn't pull him to the side. Because a lot of times I remember, and shout out to Sinbad. I know it's the second week we've talked about Sinbad.
Shout out to Sinbad.
I remember him being on the Breakfast Club one time, and they asked him about Bill Cosby. He was very candid. But he's like, when you see situations like this, you wonder, where are the men? Where are the brothers? Where are the uncles? Where are the cousins? Where are the fathers to just go and whoop? I have 2 sisters, and they are adults. They live their life. But if I found out it was some foolishness going on, you couldn't keep me from getting to where they live. To
you couldn't, because you can't be bought. There's a lot of people that can be bought, and as soon as that money dries up, that's when they're trying to figure out another check. So now, since I can't be bought from family, now I can be bought with this information that I've been holding on to.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying? It's these are the type of people that we're around. These are the aliens that exist around us, essentially.
Facts.
People can be bought.
Well, then this leads me to this. Men do better. Men do better. If you know that something's going to be like, hey, man, it's between them. No, it's not. It's not, because that could be your sister. That could be your daughter, your niece. And you just saying, it's all, what am I going to do? I work for this dude. He signs my checks. Like, I don't want to hear from all these people who are around and saw everything. And now you want to come out and get on CNN and you want to run your numbers up. I don't give a about none of that shit talking about. If you was there and saw this stuff happening, you didn't say anything in the moment.
The only person that I've seen that I saw.
Please don't say Gene Deal.
I got to, because Gene Deal is the only person that I've seen consistently allude to how trash this dude is.
He's getting paid off of it.
But my thing is,
because his money dried up. I'm telling you.
Why didn't he say nothing then?
Exactly. These are the type of individuals. They ain't worth the either, because they wait until they're not getting money from the source that they're protecting, to then now all of a sudden they got a lot to talk about. That's not a noble man.
My thing is, it's not like he just started. He didn't do this because the video just came out.
He did it for money.
Gene is the only person that I've heard that said he actually told dude about himself or halfway tried to reprimand him. I've heard nobody else say that. Everybody else has been.
Didn't say nothing else.
Well, I knew what was going on.
Nobody.
I mean, we don't know.
But at the same time, this is Diddy we're talking about. This is big money.
Yeah.
Big money.
That's what I'm saying.
You know
big money.
Like,
so they're not going to say nothing because they're being paid off.
Big money.
Because there's no way for them to actually say something and it not to be suppressed.
So how's he able to say something now?
Well, there's a video now.
Well, he's been saying something for years, though. After he distanced or wasn't along the ride with Puffy anymore, though.
Yeah, I don't disagree with either statement. I'm just saying, like, when you have a lot of money, you have ways to threaten people's livelihoods in particular different ways. So
either way, though, Cook cooked ham. Cooked.
Yeah, it's over. It's over for Sean Combs. I'm sorry. You know, maybe you can live through your children. Hopefully, they're not weirdos and deviants like you.
How about talking to them and telling them?
You know, you have
how trash
Sean Combs has daughters. What do you tell them?
Exactly.
Those are the only people in his circle that I feel some.
He has 4 daughters
that I feel some level of sympathy for, but.
Your son trying to be you, he has no self-identity at all. Everything he's doing is based off the 90s. So he dissing 50 Cent and all that type of stuff. So that's corny in itself. But them babies or those girls, I feel you 100%.
You know, I mean, because I don't even know how you would have that conversation and try to, you know, I'm sorry, saying I went to rehab and I went to counseling, and that's I don't believe you, Sean. I don't believe
you. Need more people.
Yeah,
I don't believe.
Ain't no more Diddy Halloween. Where you dress up as a Joker or whoever else.
It ain't gonna hit.
No more showing up on talk shows. And no, you're done out here. And that's what's going to hurt him, because he's one of those people that even when he didn't have a hit record or anything like that, he was still a celebrity.
Fam is a narcissist.
Now he is not a celebrity. He is a pariah.
He feeds off of it. He needs it. This is gonna hurt him. He needs this. He needs the attention.
I'm sorry, but you done out here, and now people are like, this is the nasty work that people. I saw something, of course, people are like, well, you know, Jay-Z's next. First of all, I don't know about anything he's done on this level, because I know, like, when he was getting hit in that hotel elevator, he kept his hands to himself.
Sure did.
But also, you know, going to my conspiracy theory, Jay-Z is still an earner. And he is going, and even if he did something as bad as Puff, Sean Combs, he's going. Look, this is a dude who's been programming the Super Bowl for the last 3 or 4 years.
Come on, man,
still making that bread.
Yeah,
you know,
people want to see Jay-Z's downfall bad, and they've been wanting to see it.
Yeah, he called out.
Sad, they can't wait.
He called out the liquor company that he works with to get an accounting. He got it. They settled it. They're good now.
Yeah,
you know, when Sean Combs tried to do the same thing, they were like, you know, he only put $10,000 up. He had us believing that he owned Ciroc. We was drinking that like.
See, I never thought it, because you know why? I had a buddy that was buying Ciroc before Diddy's name was attached to it, and Ciroc was a lot cheaper.
Yeah,
and then as soon as Diddy's name was attached to it, they raised the price.
They raised the price. I remember
all the way up,
and they had a Ciroc by the caseload. We was buying that. It was going to get the Voter Rights Act reinstated.
Yeah.
Like, it was, sorry, man. I'm sorry. I know, Sean, it's going to be hard to.
Stop cursing.
It's going to be hard because I don't curse like that. But, like, come on. Like, I saw the apology, and I don't believe anything he has to say. He's done out here. I went through my closet today. It's crazy because I'm putting all my winter clothes away. And I was like, I can't believe I have all this Sean. And I was like, what am I going to do with this? I don't want to put this off on other people.
Yeah, it might be a wrap for that stuff.
You know, just like Fat Farm is never going to make a resurgence.
At all.
No.
At all.
That's just it's a wrap for all this.
That's a good place to stop. NewOldHeads.com for all the education you need this year. Remember, if you see us, like it, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Don't forget our Patreon as well. And remember to also give us 5 stars when you do our reviews.
You haven't been doing it.
Huh?
You haven't been doing it.
Yeah.
Checking in the reviews.
Okay, come on, y'all.
You haven't been doing it.
If you rocking with us, we need 5 real quick, and put a comment in there too. That adds extra sauce.
Yeah, and if you don't give us 5, you just hating.
At this point. So we appreciate y'all. Appreciate the support. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Yes, sir.
In a minute.
Bye.